Hey there! In this power-up, I will be showing you how to use the Upload Files flow function using an example of taking pictures with your device and storing them in your app. Let's go through the process first briefly, step by step. Using the Take Photo flow function, we get the object of the photo file. Since Composer Pro uses Amazon S3 to store uploaded images, we generate an upload URL with which we upload the file to Amazon S3. We get a storage key in return, which we store in our own database, and we can use it to retrieve the files from S3 when we want to. In our example app, I have already created a database to store the picture's storage keys. In the View canvas, I have added a button for taking photos, as you can see in the logic canvas. Let's start building the rest of the logic flow. Once we get the picture file from the Take Photo flow function, we'll need to generate an upload URL for it. This URL is used to upload the picture file into S3. We can use the flow function getBucketUploadURLs, which adds the property uploadURL to our picture file object. Let's find it in the marketplace and install it. Let's bind the image file output of the Take Photo as the input file to the getBucketUploadURL node. Note that the input has to be a list, so we'll add brackets around the file. Now that we have access to the picture file with an upload URL as an added property, we can use the flow function upload files to upload them into S3. Let's find it in the marketplace and install that too. Let's set the output of the previous node as the input for upload files. This node uploads the picture file into S3 with the help of the upload URL we generated previously. The upload URL is just a temporary URL and cannot be used to retrieve the file. Instead, the storage key acts as the permanent reference to our file. The storage key can also be found in the output of getBucketUploadURLs. Let's save the storage key into our own database using create record. Note that the output returns a list, so let's pick the first and only object within it and get its storage key. We can ignore the warnings in the editor. Lastly, let's generate an ID to our record. Now we are done with uploading our files to storage. Next, we want to download them from our storage and display them in our app in the grid formation. I have already created a page variable picture URLs, which is repeated, and the URLs are used as the image sources. As we have our storage keys stored in our database, we can use that to create a download URL to our pictures and display them in our app. Let's also create the data variable for our pictures, so we have access to the storage keys. In the logic canvas for our data variable, let's first install the getBucketDownloadURLs from the marketplace and add it to the canvas. We'll set its input as the result of our getRecord collection fetch, which includes the storage keys for our pictures. The getBucketDownloadURLs attaches a download URL property to our data, through which we can access our images. Let's set our page variable as the output of the BucketDownloadURLs with a mapping to make the schemas match. Again, we can ignore the warnings in the editor. And there we go! Looking at our preview, every picture we take gets uploaded and stored, and then retrieved into our gallery page. I hope you like this power-up, and let's meet again soon.